Good morning, small group. Welcome to September the 11th homework help. Today on number 1, we will be working with order of operation, your PAMDAS. The problem I'm going to do with you today is the middle one, 3 squared plus 11 divided by 5. Following order of operation, our PAMDAS, we need to do parentheses come first. So we need to do 3 squared plus 11. Well, inside that parenthesis, we have 3 squared. We have to find out what 3 squared is before we can add it to 11. So we got to think about what that means. 3 squared means 3 times 3. And 3 times 3 is 9. I want to bring it down exactly the way it is. I'm going to bring down my plus 11. So I'm showing all my work step by step. I'm going to have to do all that first before I can then divide by 5. Okay, so once I look at that, 9 plus 11. 9 plus 11 is 20. So then I only have left is to take that 20 and divide by 5. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Very basic problem. So our answer to 3 squared plus 11 divided by 5 is 4. Okay, now remember on the first set, you don't have any parentheses. On the second set, we had an exponent inside the parentheses. On the last problem, you do have parentheses, but you have an exponent outside. So don't forget, you have to do the inside before you can do your exponent. Now let's go to problem 2. Our second problem on the homework help will be actually problem number 3. Okay, guys, don't forget at any time you can do things in whatever order you choose. Now, looking at this first one, that's 1.5 or 1.5. Well, it has a whole number, so it's bigger than 1, but less than 2. And 0.5 would be halfway. So right here is where we would have our 1.5 or our 1.5. Okay, so I've done that one. Let's just say I want to skip that one for now. 7/4. That's an improper fraction. I'm actually going to have to solve that first. The next problem we have is 2.25. We have 2 wholes and a little bit more. So it's bigger than 2, but less than 3. Well, if it's equal distance, each mark being a quarter, so it must be right here, the first mark, which would be 2.25 or 2 1/4. And the reason why I know they're a quarter, if this is 0 and this is 1, like a dollar, if that would be 25, 50, 75, a dollar. So each one is worth 25. Okay, so let's look at this again then. The next one we have is 3/4, 3 out of 4. That's less than 1 whole, so it's going to be in this area right here. And that area is broken into 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So I want to go to the third. 1, 2, 3. So here to be right here, and that would be my 3/4, which is the same thing as my quarters. So 3/4 are worth 75 cents. Our last is we have 0.25 or 1/4. 1/4 is also 1 out of 4 pieces. If this is broken into 4 pieces, it has to be the first one, 1 out of 4. Okay. The only one we have left is our improper fraction here, 7/4. So if we take our 7/4 and we T-bow, top number in, bottom number out, we need to figure out what that's going to be. 4 can go into 7 one time, which gives you 4, and you subtract. 7 take away 4 is 3. So therefore we get 1 whole, and we have our remainder, and you always put your remainder over what you're dividing by. So 1 3/4, which is the same thing as 1 4 are your quarters, so 75 cents 3/4. So 1.75. If this is my 1.50 here, this has to be my 75 cents right here before my $2. So here it will be my 7/4. It's equal to 1.75. Okay, there's problem number 3. That is your order of operation. Or not order of operation, but putting your numbers in order on your number line. Let's look at the last example I threw in for today. I believe it is on problem 4. If you look toward the very bottom, let's just do the bottom so we have more room here. All this is addition. So I'm just going to have to work it from left to right. When I work it from left to right, I want to make sure I'm following my addition rules. And the addition rules are the signs the same? Since the signs are the same, I'm going to add and keep. So 3 plus 7 is 10 negatives all together. Then I'm going to bring down the rest of the problem. I have 10 negatives plus 5 positives. Okay, don't forget when you have a negative that you're trying to put with a positive, they're going to cancel each other out. So I can't really add these two. I really have to subtract those two. So I'm just going to subtract 10 minus 5 is 5. And I have more negatives than I have positives. To show you the picture, in case you're still struggling with this, we have 10 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we have 5 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For every negative cancels out a positive. If we look, we have 5 negatives left over. I hope this has been helpful for your homework help, and I'll see you tomorrow with your completed homework. Have a good night.